Welcome back, everyone. I want to start by saying I should have done this video a long time ago. I go on and on about how important honesty is to confidence, and I can't remember the last time I actually made a piece of content that directly connects the two, and that's what I'll be doing today. So today we're going to have a look at how it is that being honest is not only important but necessary for the building of confidence. And we'll look at that by explaining how dishonesty destroys confidence. Now, there's a few things we need to define carefully before I go into this. So let's define what honesty means. Now, honesty is when the way you express yourself aligns with what you believe. Okay, what you notice, what you think and feel, everything inside you is well represented by the way you act and the way you speak and the language you use. Now, you could be wrong. I might really believe that the earth is flat, and I say the earth is flat. Now, I'm wrong about that, but I'm still being honest because I believe it. And we won't go into the details of all the different ways you can be honest, the difference between, say, weak honesty, like being apologetic and victim-like, and blaming, versus powerful honesty, where you be responsible and bold and playful and vulnerable. But just understand, honesty is when you represent yourself truthfully, whatever yourself is in the moment. So that's what I mean when I say honesty. It's a form of expression. And the other key definition I need to make is the definition of shame, which is the one thing I believe is the opposite of confidence. Confidence is essentially a form of shamelessness. Now, what is shame? Shame is when you attach wrong to something true about you. Okay? You attach wrong to something true about you. For example, if I think it's wrong to be from New Zealand, and I am from New Zealand, then I have shame about being from New Zealand. If I think it's wrong to express sexual attraction, and so I hide it, even though I'm feeling it, then I attach shame to sexual attraction. So shame is you attaching wrong to something true about you. You know it's true, you know it's real about you, and then you tell yourself it's wrong. Now, this can be learned. We might have started off, in fact, it almost always is learned. We start off being told it's wrong, or implied that it's wrong by other people, and then we continue that. So when I was younger, me being angry, somebody might have said, stop being angry. So somebody else said it was wrong. And then as I became an adult, I think I have to hide my anger. I'm already ashamed of anger. I'm continuing that legacy from somebody else. So that's honesty defined, shame defined. Confidence. Confidence is harder to define. But the way I look at confidence, there's a few key points. One is it's not just a feeling. Okay, it doesn't mean you just feel bold and courageous and full of love all the time. It's more of a deeper inner satisfaction with who you are. It can be measured by things like you would never want to trade places with anybody else in the world. Even when you're feeling down, you want to be you feeling down. You don't want to be somebody else who's feeling up. It's where even if you lose results, outcomes, respect, you still like you. Even if somebody else doesn't, you're okay with that because you'd prefer to be you than to make them like you. So confidence is basically an inner satisfaction with who you are as a person. A kind of pride in yourself that you've earned through hard work and behavior. It's not necessarily a good feeling. So I can be confident and guilty. I can be confident and scared. I can be confident and anxious. I can be confident and confused. I can still be confident while having these unpleasant emotions. Confidence is an underlying state of belief about myself. So I know I dragged those out, but that's important. Those definitions are important for me to describe how honesty, shame, and confidence are connected. When you're dishonest, you essentially are either expressing something that's untrue, you know it's not true, or more commonly, you're simply hiding something that is true. A lot of people think of themselves as honest because they're not deliberately deceptive. They don't tell lies regularly, or at least they convince themselves that they don't. Most people actually do. But real dishonesty is in the stuff you hide. The feelings you hide, the opinions you hide, the beliefs you hide, the uncomfortable and unpleasant thoughts you hide, the dreams the things you want, your desires, those things you hide in certain situations, around certain people, and sometimes all the time. Those are the things that you have decided are wrong by being dishonest about them. See, if I feel something and then tell myself I can't express that, then I've labeled it as wrong. In my brain's looking at me doing stuff. It goes, well, if he says it, it must be okay. And if he doesn't say it, it must not be. It's a very simple process, I think. So when I'm there and I'm like, I disagree with what that person's saying, and I think, oh, I can't say it though, I'll cause too much trouble, then my disagreement has become ashamed. I've told myself it's wrong to disagree. I've told myself it's wrong to speak my mind. I've even in a way told myself it's wrong to even have an opinion because I'm hiding it. If I feel attracted to somebody, I think, oh, I can't tell her, because she's got a boyfriend, or I'll embarrass her, or, the Me Too movement will be all over me. Then I've told myself that attraction is wrong. Specifically my attraction for that person, but if I repeat this with multiple people over time, what my brain will do is then decide that a whole category about me is wrong. See, it might not be a big deal to say, you know what, I won't speak up right now and just have that one opinion be deemed as wrong. But if you do this every day, all day, for years, then just having opinions will be categorized as wrong. Just having attraction will be categorized as wrong. The very act of you expressing yourself honestly will be categorized as wrong. And what does that mean? It means you now think of yourself as wrong. That is total shame. It's what Brené Brown defines as shame. You are wrong. So hopefully at this stage you can already see the connection with confidence. If everything about me is wrong, which was decided by me hiding certain things to avoid uncomfortable results, then how on earth am I supposed to be confident with me? Why would I want to sell a product that I don't want to use, that I think is crap? Your head full of the the not good enough story and all that kind of stuff. You might think that that came from somewhere else. And maybe initially it did. Somebody else bullied you or teased you or treated you badly, whatever. You might think that's my bad. But the truth is you're the one who's been continuing that story with your dishonesty. You've been confirming the wrongness every time you hide something, every time you express yourself in an untruthful way to hide the truthful way. Okay. Now the difficulty is when you first start to be honest, it's not going to be a quick fix. If you've been dishonest for years about something, if you've been hiding what you really think and feel, all those dark, vulnerable things that you're scared of people knowing about you, scared will ruin your reputation or get rid of your relationships or lose your job, all those things you keep hiding. When you first start to reveal them, you're not going to suddenly be like, yeah, confidence. It's not going to happen that quickly because you've got years of wrongness to undo. Now, it doesn't take the same amount of time to undo it, but it does take time. So my practical tip here is when you identify what it is that you hide, repeat and repeat and repeat until it's boring to talk about. Once you've repeated it so much that it's boring to talk about, you are now shameless. I've done this with many things myself, things I was ashamed of. First time I told someone, I was filled with shame, filled with guilt and remorse and anxiety. The second time I still had quite a lot of guilt and remorse and anxiety. The 10th time I felt a little bit uncomfortable. The 100th time I was bored of talking about it. Why? Because now it's totally okay. Now it's like talking about the weather or talking about what I had for breakfast. I completely removed the shame by just expressing it to make up for all the times that I hid it. That is why I go on about honesty all the time. That's why I believe honesty is the ultimate secret to confidence. Because it removes the wrong and makes it at the very least neutral. You might still not like that thing about yourself, but if you can always express it and give it truthfulness, then it will be no longer something wrong with you. you do that with everything, then there'll be nothing wrong with you. Email me if you want more information, dan@brojo.co.nz. Subscribe to the channel, share it around, and I'll see you guys next time.